Hi guys, I'm Orinagati Fola. Yeah, now I'm a little tired, but I hope and I still think I look fresh. I just did a live stream about New Age, and a couple of people were asking me about ayahuasca and psychedelics and stuff. So no, I have never done it. I will never do it. Yes, I have psychic abilities. I can call myself very high spiritual and very high psychic without doing meditation up front and talking to people. I just get informations. How do I do it? Do you have any questions? I would like to start with ayahuasca. First of all, in the spiritual scene, they say, oh, DMT, ayahuasca, weed, it's a must, you have to do it. No, here, you don't have to do anything. You don't even have to drink alcohol if you don't want to. Just because people say, oh, it's so tasty, you eat and then you have to have a glass of wine because it's like status. No, I don't like alcohol. I don't like it. Just go away with all that crap. I don't like it and you don't have to like it. Why do you think children drink it and make weird faces and like, ugh? You know, it's like eating a lemon. It's like there's a reason for everything, right? So, okay, coming back to the drugs, you know, every one of you out there who has psychic abilities, live gain with, I don't know if I put someone on live, we'll try later, okay? So, hi, where I'm from. Right now, I'm in Mexico, but I'm born in Germany. My dad is German, I'm half Sri Lankan. My dad is one of the old German people from Czechoslovakia who came back to like the German now because Germany used to be very big. So he's a Sudeten German and my mom is Sri Lankan and I'm here in Mexico. I was in Hawaii for months. I'm having an amazing 2020. I'm like doing a lot of crystal grids and ley line work and collective healing, and I'm always so protected, and because I created it, I do a lot of healing. And no, I don't take drugs, I don't take any psychedelics. If I want to get high, I do sport. If I want to get high, I dance. If I want to increase my psychic abilities, I do the fucking shadow work. That's what it is. If people are mean and grumpy towards me and I have a miserable day, no, I'm not going to die. I will say tomorrow's another day. And I will do everything I need to do to make myself feel good. Use aroma oils, start painting, watching a nice movie, crying. Crying is a part of healing. You know, letting it all out, telling people the truth, how I feel, without being scared that they might reject me. You know, there's so much fear in this world. Why do we need that? So coming back to the drugs and ayahuasca, okay. Now, spiritual scene is, do the ayahuasca, it's such an amazing thing. Oh, you feel like home and you feel like this. I will explain why. And I will explain why you should not do it, because it's like doping in the spiritual scene. You're trying to do a shortcut, but you're always depending on those substances to tap into your psychic abilities, to tap into a frequency of feeling home, feeling loved, and feeling one with the world. And the worst thing is, after you have done those substances, you come back into your normal life and you suffer. You have lots of entities attached to yourself. You don't know is up and is down, and your soul is not in your body. Okay, now what happens is, when you take psychedelics, it opens up your chakras, and yeah, people say, oh, weed is natural. Oh, then why do you need weed every day? And why do you need weed to reach a certain state of mind? Why do you need it? So that means there's something off here, right? If you use your mind and your brain and, you know, if you really want to dig into it. No, I'm not saying you're a bad person when you do it and when you did it. No. But the question is, you should ask yourself, why do you need it? Don't you trust in yourself? Don't you trust in your body? Okay, so now, let's start with ayahuasca. When you take ayahuasca, it's something which is, everything in life can be poisonous, and everything in life, depending on the doses, can be beneficial or used as medicine. Yes, we do have, like the yogis in India say, you should not use garlic and onion, but garlic can be medicine. Onion, you can use shallots, but onion creates a lot of heat. So people are very sensitive. They're very sensitive towards food. I have to really watch what I eat because it depends on the frequency. Where does it come from? Who was cooking it? You can bless your food. Those things are very important. I can't eat fish and meat anymore. I just can't because I remember the taste. I can even cook it for someone else, but I can't eat it because the resonance of that animal energy, the fear and everything, I just can't put it into my body. I would just suffer. I don't watch horror movies. I can't watch it because that energy is just out of my, it's not me anymore. I can't. I was allowed to watch horror movies when I was little. It's not my world. I like to be, you know, in a happy mood and in a good mood. And yes, I do cry and I'm miserable. That's what we are, and that's okay. But we can choose, right? So when you take ayahuasca, and yes, some people are sick, and that's the only way to they feel okay. They have to take ayahuasca. So you go in the jungle, you do the trip, you do the adventure, you go out of your comfort zone to go and get this ayahuasca. The amazing part you did is you went out of your comfort zone, you went into the jungle, you went and met some people you would have never met before. It's not the ayahuasca, it's you being brave to step out of your comfort zone, and that already is a healing. But then when you do ayahuasca, you take it, it works in your body, and then you throw up because it's actually poisonous. And then you get a psychedelic trip. Your soul is leaving your body, and your soul leaves your body only when it wants to leave your body so that you die, or there's a trauma and a shock so that you don't have to feel the pain in your body. People who don't get healed doing a healing and they don't feel anything, that means the soul is not in the body. We need our soul in our body, being a starseed here on earth, to embrace our psychic gifts. Very important. That's the non plus ultra. Soul has to be in the body. It's most important. So then the ayahuasca, what it does is you have a near-death experience. Your soul is actually turning towards the light. That's when you feel one with everything. That's when you feel, oh my gosh, you're getting informations. But after the substance is fainting away and flowing away, your soul gets pulled back in through the etheric silver cord, which is attached to your body, that your soul can't just leave and you just don't die like that. It pulls you back in. But your soul is not pulling back in into your body fully. It will be just half the way. So you're dissociated. A lot of entities can be attached to your body because it's like if you're not in your house and you don't live in your house, someone else will come and live in your house. So you're not in your body, you're not in your house. Other beings can be possessing your body. You get depression, you feel suffering, you don't have your psychic abilities because you're not connected with yourself, you're not connected with your heart. Your body is going through trauma because it feels it's dying. Your body is like, oh God, I'm dying. What the heck, you know, it's like traumatizing. You're doing something to heal yourself, but in the end of the day, you're traumatizing. You're traumatized. Okay, so that is just one aspect. So that's like about ayahuasca. And then you want to reach your psychic abilities and say, yeah, I had it. I was psychic. I got information which I needed. And I've been so much more aware. Days pass by, this and that. And then you feel like, oh my God, shit, you know, it's like, what do I do here? Oh, I will do another ayahuasca. Great. That's how addiction starts. It's not an addiction that you need it or you die. No, it's a codependency which you need something to feel fulfilled within yourself. But you can have the connection with the universe and with yourself and with everything, connecting with your heart, doing the healing work, going inwards and looking into your traumas. And the positive advantage is when you do the real healing, the shadow work and working, going inwards, bringing the soul more into your body, into this world, you do the healing for you, for the collective, for your family, your past life, interdimensional and intergalactic. You won't get that when you do ayahuasca. It's just for you and it's a shock and it doesn't help anyone. Okay, let's go to wheat. Wheat, yeah, again, people say, oh, it's a plant and this and that. I tell you, if you're really high sensitive and high psychic, I give you an example. It starts raining now. We're supposed to have a storm. So they're preparing everything. It's going to be a bigger one. Maybe we don't have internet. Who knows? We'll see. People were not allowed to go to the beach and evacuate. If you can send some blessings this side to Tulum, Mexico and Cuba, please do it. We are very old Atlantean energy. It's just the storm is clearing and cleansing anything. It's amazing. It's good. It's good. We need clearing. So okay, let's go to weed. Now when people take weed, yes, you can make clothes, which is amazing. And no, I don't support to use that oil and the seeds. I was 18 and someone told me, I got it. You know, those seeds, they don't have the THC. Just use it, it's very healthy. And I did it for 1 week. I had no idea what it does to me because I'm so sensitive. I didn't know that time who I am and, you know, about my abilities and what I feel. And I took it. I was sitting in the car, sweating cold sweat. And no, it was just the seeds and no THC, it was just the weed seed. And I was like, what the heck? And I went to my friend, she did that time kinesiology. Now the world is doing it. That time it was very rare. And I grew up with that stuff, okay? Deepak Chopra, meditation, yoga. I grew up with that stuff and no one in this world was doing it. Like, except maybe India. And then, and the Rolling Stones and the Beatles or whoever. Okay, so then she said, okay, Agatha, your body is here, but your soul is in the other end of the room. What did you do? And I said, I just ate those seeds because someone said they're healthy. Never ever do that again. Then she brought my soul back into my body. I was much better. And then I realized, oh my God. Later down the line, I was always with people. I never took drugs and I don't even drink. I don't smoke. I never even tried to smoke. I tried once and I blew into the cigarette instead of like trying to, you know, smoke it. I was like, what the heck, it's just not for me. And then I was with people who did smoke weed and I got body pain. My body started burning. I got headaches. I was suffering like hell till I realized after many years it's from the energy of the weed. Yes, you can do rituals, but at the same time, the plant of the weed is very, very special. It has a spirit. And the spirit can bind you. There's some plants, they bind you. Their spirits bind you. Okay, they're like elementals. They're natural beings. That's like trolls. They can bind you and then you belong to that plant. And that's why it's so important to obey Mother Earth. Be grateful. When I go to nature, I do rituals, whatever. I bring fruits. I do incense sticks. I do prayer. I ask for permission. People misuse the weed plant. The spirit of the weed plant binds you. You're trapped. And what it does is, people who smoke weed, and you will, if you're honest with yourself, I'm not sure if someone, 1 second. I thought someone wants to come. So what happens is, the people who smoke weed, they say, yeah, I have body pain. It really helps me. Yes, because again, your soul is leaving the body, then you have less pain, you feel better. But in the end of the day, your pain will be 10 times or 3 times more than what you had before because your soul is not in the body. And then when you smoke weed, it suppresses the anger. It controls you. So you don't want to be controlled. Why are you trying to control your anger? A lot of people smoke weed, they have pain issues, suffering, being very controlled. They're controlling themselves not to show any emotions. They're suppressing their anger and their pain a lot. That's a pattern there. You will find it. Just do your research. You can look at them. If you're psychic, you will just know what I'm saying is truth. So, first of all, the weed also opens up. You can see the aura is mostly very dark because it's a lot in the mind. When you smoke and all, it numbs you. You don't feel much anymore. It makes you very slow, and we need to be active. We are starseeds. We are so fast. Oh my gosh. You can do 5 or 10 things in a time which a normal person can do in one day, only one thing. And you can do like 10 times maybe in like 5 hours. That's what we starseeds are. And if you smoke weed, it slows you down like nothing. You don't want to be slow. You want to be in your own speed and meet the people in your own speed. Like, you know, Speedy Gonzales. You don't want to be with a snail when you are actually a rabbit jumping, you know. And if you don't want to be a rabbit when you're like a puma, you know. So you have to look into those things and not just do it because everyone tells you to do it. I'm an active smoker too. Why is this? not sitting right. I'm not slow. Antonio, you're very slow. You have no idea how fast you could be if you wouldn't do it. Stop it for some time, do the healing, and you'll see how fast you actually are. You're much faster, you have many more abilities than you're actually aware of. No, it's because we have a big endocannabinoid system intervened with our nervous system. Cannabis has been shown to help people with... Yeah, and what do you think fibromyalgia is? It's connected to the nerves. It's a lot of fear. I had it, and I have it when fear is in my body, and I heal it because my psychic abilities want to come to surface. And if I would smoke weed, no, I don't have the pain, but then I don't have my psychic abilities the way I could have. And fibromyalgia is a pain which moves inside the body, which is connected to the nervous system, and you need to strengthen and heal the nervous system. Guys, there's a reason for everything. You have to do the work before you just keep telling me stuff, you know. Yeah, people say, oh, it clears and heals cancer, but yeah, do the research, you will see that cancer comes back because it's a pattern. Cancer is something connected to trauma, pain, suffering, wanting to be more dead than alive, and that's what those substances do. Okay, DMT, people say, oh, DMT is like you have it while you sleep, and question is, if it's natural and comes from inside, why do you need DMT from outside? Okay, alcohol. Okay, when you drink alcohol, you can be like more free and more loose, and you're not like, you know, why can't you be free and loose without alcohol? Yeah, it's maybe fun to drink once in a while, but why do you need alcohol to be free? Why can't you just be free yourself, just any time, you know? Okay, one girl I worked with was so addicted to weed that she couldn't work without puffing. Yeah, of course it's sad. It's sad because you actually see that the people are really suffering and they're not enjoying life. Believe me, they're not. I was surrounded for many years with those people. Now I'm staying away because, no, they're not bad people. It's just that I don't want that energy. I don't want the suffering and that pain energy. I don't want that anymore. It's also the energy of whoever grew the plant. A lot of people, exactly, confused with weed. They use the excuse of smoking for clearing anxiety. Weed will actually raise your anxiety. Yes, so true. The people who smoke weed, I have noticed that they're full of fear. They can't do the most simple thing. Now, there may be some people say, no, I do a lot of funny things. Yeah, they do it to overcome the fear, but it's based on fear, not on happiness. And it's a really crazy dynamic. Like when I do something, I do it because I want to do it and I feel good doing it. But those people are really fear-based. I've noticed that a lot. That is true. Amazing teachers show up and I'm amazed. I would like to ask you to work with me. Sure, Mike, you just sent me a private message, but I will get back to you in the next few days. I don't know if I will have internet today or not because, yeah, maybe a clearing storm. Okay. No supplement can bring you fulfill. Exactly. What I always say is what you need to do is, see, if you eat the whole day sugar, white sugar, and drink Coca-Cola, and then you tell me, oh, when I smoke weed, I feel so much better. Yeah, because I guess that's maybe the only natural thing you take to yourself. But when you drink Coca-Cola and you eat sugar the whole day, you're like, do you know the children when they eat so many sweets and they're like all hyper, and then the doctors say, oh, they have HDAS, and actually they are just normal. It's just the sugar pushes them and then they collapse and they're tired and they just sleep. Guys, you're star seeds. You need to be in nature. You need to connect with Mother Earth and Father Heaven. You need to eat healthy food. You need to make sure that you have fresh salads and leaves and herbs and spices. Make your food yummy and tasty. It's amazing to be alive. It's amazing to enjoy life and to have great food and be in nature. That's what we are, you know. Why do you think the Aborigines and all those people, they are like more in alignment and attunement and they're very high psychic people? Thank you for this. I too stayed away from people with pain energy, no matter how. Yes, and the problem is they always say they want to heal and they want to be away from the pain and they want help, but actually they really suck your energy because the entities in that energy, they're in a loop which the energy collapses, it falls inside, they're not connected. Oh, okay, that's very important. Thank you so much. Okay, now, when you need substances, when another being is an energy vampire, they have never learned to tap into the heart frequency and to tap into the alignment with Mother Earth and Father Heaven. That means you are like a Taurus. You're an energizer bunny. You have energy anytime you need and want, and it's your own energy. And that's when you meet someone, it's an interaction, it's an exchange of energy. Of course, we are tired, we rest, we get downloads, but you're always in your own energy. The people who take substances, they will always try to come really close to you. They will always try to be very friendly because they actually need energy from you. It's like they do something to get something from you. They will show they do give you something, but actually you go home and you feel totally drained. That's because they haven't learned to have their own energy. That is the whole thing. They actually need to learn to connect and have the energy. Then they don't have the feeling and need to have the substances. It's not just about having psychic abilities. Okay, do you have any more questions? Healing from any trauma requires work and knowledge. Yes, exactly. And it requires more than knowledge. Bravery, because you have to face a pain, emotional pain and physical pain which you had, and you don't want that anymore, but it comes up one more time and then you can just embrace it. And by releasing that pain and that suffering, you get an amazing own soul, unique soul pattern, psychic ability, whatever, it comes back to you, always, always. Yes, fear, face the fear, you'll see how quickly, exactly. I always, in Germany, we say, der Weg ist da, wo die Angst am größten ist. That means my path is where my fear is the biggest, because when I walk the path where I feel fear, the fear just dissolves, just disappears, and it's so true. It's all in our head. How can I tell my wife is a starseed? You will know when you look into her eyes. You will know the energy and the vibration. If she's like very fast in things she does, and she's just dimming her light, you will know. Trust yourself, Amrit, you will know. I think it depends on the person and way they use it. No, it doesn't matter how they use it. It's always the same. That's a stupid excuse. You know, it's like, oh, if you do it that way or that way, it doesn't matter. In the end of the day, you need a substance to reach a certain state of mind. If you can have it anytime freely, not using anything. But yeah, it definitely makes a difference if you do a ritual or not, but we are not into the old shamanic ways. We don't need to do those rituals with those shamanic energies. When you look at the old shamanic people who are not connected to the star seeds, they're actually doing most of the times black magic. They were sacrificing blood, people and beings. We don't want to tap in this energy because you're being a star seed. And the people who I'm talking to right now are star seeds. How do you heal from the trauma associated with multiple near-death experience? The question is, first of all, you have to ask the question, why don't you want to be alive? What do you associate here on life being alive? And mostly it's pain. So you feel to leave a certain pattern, you need to die. I had that pattern. I had 14 years bulimia. If someone tells me, hey, I don't have the right to speak, believe me, I have all the right to speak if you know about my life. It's like when you have an addiction, you want to be more dead than alive because you feel miserable, because first of all, you haven't connected with yourself, you haven't connected with earth, you don't even know who you are. And then most of the people who are also facing addiction are very scared of their own powers. When I was very little, I knew that I have amazing powers and I can screw up someone's life if I want to. And it scared the hell out of me. And that was one reason that I wouldn't destroy anyone, I destroyed myself. That's like self-manipulation, self-destructive behavior if you're scared to hurt the people around you because you know you're very powerful, okay? I think that's the most important message here right now. Since I gave up everything, my high is being with nature, I feel great now. Plant-based all the way, my intuition is so good now. Yes, and the people who stopped using those substances, you can talk to them, they will be very honest with you and they will tell you the changes. Talk about microdosing with Psycho Bee flower. No, I'm sorry, I'm not, because, okay, let's say belladonna, which can help in homeopathy. It can help you with depression, but you should not use it because it can really have like some really bad effects. A friend of mine did it when he was young. He had a huge major accident and totally blackouts. He doesn't even remember what he did. And he ended up being in prison for I don't know how long because he was using it, and it's something I don't recommend. Why do you want kicks in life if you can create your own kicks? The question is, are you that numb that you need those kind of kicks? And if you are that numb because all your sheets and protection and armor are up, do the inner work, do the healing. Look into your traumas. Agate, do you channel acturians often, and are you as you speak now? Most of the times when I do talk to people, actually I do that automatically. I do channel, but it's like an inner knowing, an inner wisdom, and it can be from anywhere. I haven't looked into it, who it is right now, or I can't answer that question. I'm sorry, Lambert, but I'm definitely, if someone asks me, I get an info and then I tell the info. I don't have that knowledge about that person, but I get that information. Schizophrenia or fragment mind have varied hallucination or yes, because the schizophrenia is actually something either people have drug issues and they say they lost their mind because their soul is not in their body, and then another entity can come in. But also when someone is very sensitive and full of fear, or their upbringing was in a certain way, entities can be attached to it, but it's actually not a big deal to remove and heal them, you know. It's just when you have those negative experiences and you're scared or fear, or you have entities attached to you, there's always a fear and low vibration of self-love, which you create that resonance. So, but it actually just shows you that you can heal it by loving yourself and releasing the old pattern. When you have those things, it's not just for you, it's also for your ancestral lineage, your family, and for the collective. Like when I do healing, it's not just for me, it's for the whole of collective, a lot. What is your belief with walk-ins? I'm not sure if you understand. Yes, I have heard about walk-ins, but to be honest, all the people who said they're walk-ins and I spoke to them, they're not walk-ins. They were just actually getting their own soul parts back, which is a major part of themselves, and was just from either kind of a channeling. They're having more connections, and it's like, yes, a part of them died so that that other part can be alive. But for me, it's like a soul part within themselves getting activated. But yeah, I mean, I'm open for information on that. What is the best way of getting through? With Moldavite, I brought really dark things and I felt very down after weeks. See, the thing is, when you work with crystals, Moldavite is supposed to be very psychic. And I slept with the Moldavite, it didn't do anything to me. I know for sure it was a real one, but you have to make sure the crystals are cleansed and cleared. I made a video here as a live stream. Just go to my profile and look at the crystals, then you know how to clear them. Iris, as I say, I'm not supporting any of those psychedelics, nor mushroom, nor belladonna, or trumpet flower, whatever you want to call it, no weed, no ayahuasca. I'm not, because it does all the same shit. Those energies, nature, you don't misuse that, you don't, because you're born with psychic abilities. I work with starseed, and starseeds have psychic abilities. You don't need all that crap, that's it. It's an excuse, has nothing to do with addiction. It's being illiterate and superstitious without some common sense. Being culturally grounded creates the avenue to understand further. Okay, that was harsh words, but yeah, I guess you're true in a sense. Like, I mean, I have been with many people who used to do it, and they always feel they are supreme to others. But you don't have to do it, that is true. Okay, guys, I will end that session now, and I will just do stuff for myself. I think we should use the plants as medicine, not be exactly. If there's really a way of doing it, but you don't need those plants, it's like, you know, everything in life is changing. You are of very high frequent beings, you don't need those things anymore, because it's just in us. Everything is energy. You can just even, you know, if you want to use homeopathy and you don't have it here, you write the name down, put the glass of water in it, or put the energy into it, and it just, you know, there's something called 2-point healing. You just work with energies, and it just works with everything. I've seen it. Energy and vibration is just healing everything we need. Color, sound. Yeah, holy basil, you can mix it, you can drink whatever you feel. I drink rose petal, lemongrass, lavender. There's so many beautiful plants you can drink, you know. Okay guys, you're right, based on ancestral ground and another way to control, and I've done it all and I agree it's better to be clean and clear. Yeah, because you have the freedom to be yourself, and that's what we need. Guys, you're beautiful, you have everything you need, it's all in you. Just embrace it, do the healing, do the shadow work. It's totally worth it. You can be anytime happy you want. If you cry, it's okay, it's a part of life, you know. We are here to be happy and to enjoy life, to know that everything is in us. You have all the knowledge in the world you need to know, you just need to tap into it. I have a YouTube channel, Aurena International, playlist, go to healing tools, it really helps you. Go to playlist, starseed activation information. Please do that, it's from all over the world wherever I've been. And I've worked with a lot of healers and yogis, and in the end of the day, they always came to me and asking me for advice because they saw I'm clear, I'm pure, and I don't need any of those substances and stuff, and they always admired that because I'm truthful in my heart, and I know people can feel that, and that's what it is, and you can do the same. Okie dokie, bye. Bye.